So earlier I got a call from JJ, and he just was like, Cloak, this guy, one of your people, was robbing the local outside of your house for 20 to 30 minutes. And basically then, and I was like, okay, that doesn't really sound like something we do, but I'd look into it and handle it. And then Jason told me the story that she knew about of you doing it just before storm and whatnot. Jason, do you want to enlighten him on all the information JJ has told us, and kind of like why we think this is just weird as fuck, to be honest?
It is weird as fuck. It's super weird.
It's like, I don't understand it. It's like we either think they're stirring shit for no reason with us, which doesn't make sense because we do so much business with Mosley's, or somebody is actually doing these things out in front of our house and it's not you, and we're being framed.
No. I think this JJ guy is just a bitch and he's stirring shit.
But Jason, you want to tell say kind of what we know so far?
Right. So I went to go pick up a blueprint, which is when Cloak got the phone call. And so I told her the story about when
he's not working?
JJ pulled up in front of the house with me and you.
Oh God, it's not working.
And you're like, it was one local, it's none of your business, it was on my property, you know, go bugger off, right?
Oh God, I need food.
Yeah,
I'm dying.
Then a few days later, he went over to the neighbor's house and was causing trouble over there.
Yep.
And so now he's called Cloak, trying to stir up more drama. And I called him, right? Just plain nice, you know, put on my customer service voice, like, what can we do for you? What's going on? Blah, blah, blah. Got him to send, I'm going to send this to you. I don't think I have yet.
It's the wildest picture that they've sent us this, and it doesn't make any sense. They're like, we got pictures of it all, we have proof, and then they sent us literally a picture with like literally almost nothing. By the way, does anybody have food? Because I'm starving.
No, we never stopped at the store.
No, I don't.
Well. Here, I'll go run and grab some while I know the story.
Oh, thank you. Could you get some for me too, Bo?
Yep, I'll get everybody.
Yeah, I am.
So he sends me that picture, and I'm like, I don't understand what the like, you know. So Glorian has the same car as you. BBMC's looking for a Sultan. I'm like, do you have fucking beef with people? Like, what the fuck's going on? Because, you know, if somebody else has beef with them, they could be trying to stir shit, but like frame us for whatever reason, right?
Thank you, Sliz. Like, good to be back.
We get along great with the guild. But didn't mention anything. Like, I asked about BBMC and Dundee, no response on that. And he's like trying to like, well, what are you going to do about this? Blah, blah, blah. And I said, hey, I'm just trying to get information. Cloak's been out of the city for a week. She's just, you know, I'm trying to like help her out because she's got a lot on her plate now that she's back in town. And he was like demanding like answers immediately. And
oh, really? You didn't tell me this part.
Yeah,
demanding answers about what? Like, what is he saying?
He's basically claiming that you're doing all this, but with little to no proof,
right?
And that I'm gonna do something to solve it. But like, truly, in my eyes, I'm like, none of this fucking makes sense. You're not stupid enough to rob a local outside of our house for 20 to 30 minutes, and like. Literally, like, are we being framed here, or are they literally trying to stir shit? Like, and why would they stir shit?
Like, that's what all it shows is my car in the driveway.
Literally, exactly. There's like nothing there. So like, who took this picture? Who's he getting this information from? And how much can they trust this person?
He probably took the picture.
No, he said somebody else did on the phone, if I remember right.
His friend did.
Miss Cloak, I can't see you. Are you here?
I'm here.
Yes, she is.
but I can't do anything. Oh,
this guy is so weird, man. Like after the conversation I had with
yeah, he said you were being
Cal
rude
and Lane
and an
Archie.
ass. And I'm like, yeah, I was there because you were fucking accusing him of something that didn't happen. Yeah, anybody would get defensive over that.
I literally told him I stabbed one local, which I did, and I robbed one local, which I did, and that was it. And he's saying that I did it for 45 minutes or
yeah,
whatever.
his story keeps
He's
changing
switching his
all
story.
the time.
And like I said, literally right before the storm. Like I don't understand what he's trying to get at. That was one time, and that's it.
That's very confusing. I don't know why he's so, you know, he thinks you did it for 20 to 30 minutes and that it was like a frequent occurrence.
Yeah.
And then he also was making shit up when he went to talk to Cow and Lang and Archie over at the neighbors.
So what did he say to them exactly? Like, do you know?
He was saying that there was somebody that was going outside just like stabbing a bunch of locals. Like a bunch of them, not just, one. And then he did mention the Black Sultan, which is obviously, my car. And I can't remember what else, but they were just going back and forth because like they didn't like the way he was talking to him. So, they were probably talking shit because he came alone. And then he came back with like 6 people from his house, I'm assuming. And then they ended up stabbing Cow.
What the actual fuck?
Right before the end of the storm.
So, do they think it's us or do they think it's them? Because why would they stab them if they didn't think it was them? You know what I mean? Like,
Here's
there's
what
no
I
way
don't
that it's
understand.
multiple people.
I don't get that either because when he pulled up to me when I was with Jason, I straight up told him, yeah, I did that once. That was it. Like I didn't even lie. So I don't know why he went to talk to them at all. Because I already told them, yeah, I did that once. So I don't know why he's talking about 45 minutes and a bunch of locals getting stabbed. I've never pulled up and seen a bunch of dead locals. Ever.
No,
I never have either, but also I haven't been
All I
around
ever
the
see
last
is a
week,
bunch
so.
a bunch of wrecked cars all the time.
Cars, yeah.
Yeah. But there's never a bunch of dead locals.
So what he was demanding was your name. He wanted to know who it was, and I said, you live in a house with other people, you know how it is. Somebody parks a car, anybody can take it out. I did not give any information other than I would relay the information he gave to me to the rest of the group.
Why does he want names? Like, what's he gonna do with it? To be honest, I think it's interesting that he was demanding that information from you, but he wasn't demanding that information from me earlier. It seemed like he was being really high and mighty with you, but on the phone with me, he seemed very understanding and that
I knew you were the boss.
Yeah. It's definitely how it sounded like. So I think I'm just gonna have to talk straight up with him. We could just do a meeting between our two groups and hash it out some way. Get down to the bottom of this. Like, we're not lying. Like, there's no reason to lie about something like this, truly. So, either I can deal with them, or we can all do it together. But we definitely need to come to some sort of conclusion without the attitude when speaking, because these are people that we do business with at Mosley. Sure, it seems like they're stirring shit, but we can't like cause anything that will affect LSD's business as well. So just to keep in mind, like, even if we feel like we are being wronged here, we do have to tread very carefully. Welcome, JJ. We're in the meeting room over here.
Oh, okay, fancy.
Look, actual meeting room, man.
Damn.
Like we're corporate or something. Looks cool.
Okay.
Well, we do run a business, we have some LSD meetings in
I
here.
understand. Don't mean it in a bad way. It's exciting.
All right.
All right. So I think how you called me on the phone, and I've been asking questions all day to my people about like what were their versions of the events that went down and whatnot, and it seems like with Santana, he admitted to you to whacking one local that was giving us issues in our driveway. But remember on the phone that you said it was like happening for 20 to 30 minutes?
Yeah. So
and then robbery?
So the person that she's one of our she's part of our gang, and she basically called me concerned the day after, and said, "Hey JJ, I don't know if you know, but an hour or two before the storm yesterday, like that was like a while ago, basically, I guess like a week ago, something like that. I don't remember the exact time from when it was. Um, an hour or two before the storm, I saw someone blacked out, stabbing and robbing locals in front of this guy's house. She initially thought it was the company's house, but after seeing the location and where she showed me where it was in front of your house. So I confronted Kamal because she told me that it could have been them. So I approached him. I was like, "Hey, I just want to make sure that there's nothing going on in our park." And we saw people stabbing and robbing locals near your house. And then he got all defensive about it and said, "Yeah, they're dead ass. They're locals. They have no lives. They have no rights."
Oh my god.
On God. And it's like just the classic Kamal things, and basically was disregarding the whole conversation. Started being a bit rude, and then continued saying like, "Yeah, we'll continue to do it because locals have no rights. It's in the legislation."
So why does he think it's us?
I was trying to get through his knucklehead, and then essentially he kept telling me he's gonna do it, and then he kept running. He started running away. So I went ahead and shanked him because
Did you?
yeah,
Didn't know
I
about
shanked
that
him.
I mean, deserves. I
Yeah, let
mean,
him have it.
And he ended up texting me the other day. Like he texted me like 2 days ago, saying, "Where is this? Calmo. Where is this?" I'm gonna save his number. Let me see. I'm trying to get the exact text. Okay, here. "Hey, it's Cal. I've asked everyone who visits lives in my house, and nobody owns the Sultan. In fact, our neighbors fly up and down the street in a black Sultan all the time." So, so the reason I knew that one of the black Sultans was also doing that, or the person who won the black Sultan, is because Melissa is the person who took the picture. She
I'm so confused.
She showed me the picture, and I'm trying to find it where she showed it to me because she has it. I just don't have it. It was him stabbing a local that was running away, and whenever she showed me the picture, he was blacked out in like this fucking ski mask with like very peculiar shoes. And then when I see him exit the Sultan, he was wearing the exact same outfit that he was in that picture. So I put one and one together, and that's when I approached him, and I told him like, "Hey, do you mind not stabbing and robbing locals?" And then that's when it happened. That he basically said, "Yeah, I did it. What about it?" Or like, and then he was very dismissive and a pretty bad attitude.
Jason, you were there, right, when this happened?
Yeah, and
can you tell your version of events?
He admitted to killing, or not killing, but stabbing
you need to start from the beginning. You need to start from the beginning, from your events.
I don't know the whole beginning. JJ drove up, said, "Hey, you've been killing locals up and down the road." Santana's like, "I killed one that was in my driveway, giving me problems," and told JJ to go fuck off and left.
Well, the reason I told Cloak, I did not. My intention is not to escalate. You all are my neighbors.
Of course.
We have good relationship with you guys, and he might have taken it the wrong way, but the attitude that he came at me was definitely an attitude that if he would have caught the wrong person, probably would have escalated things. But I didn't want to escalate it because I wanted to rather talk to you. And then I tried to call you for 5-6 days, and I understand that people get busy. So I was getting to the point like, okay, I can't reach Cloak.
I apologize. I was out of town.
No, you don't need to apologize for that. And that's why I was like, oh shit, I might maybe Lang knows the people that are in this house besides, because I just know you. Like, obviously now I know more people.
Yeah.
And that was my whole intention. Like, I just wanted to make sure to get the message across, like, for the person, I guess it's Santana now, that please don't stab and rob locals in Mirror Park because it brings cops.
That's the strange thing is he never robbed. Like, I'm just so confused. I'm almost convinced. Huh?
Excuse me, continue.
Oh no, you feel free.
Oh, what I was about to say is robbing or stabbing. I mean, it doesn't really matter the detail, as long as it's something that does bring attention. I mean, we live next door to a bunch of police officers, and while they themselves mostly on duty or asleep, they do respond. Like once, I had the misfortune of, getting my gun out of my holster, and they were there within 15 seconds. It's a coin toss every time somebody does something. And,
that was crazy, by the way. Like Ivan pulled out of the car, and he's Ivan, by the way. He pulled out of the car, accidentally with his gun out. Less than 15 seconds, we had 2 cop cars roll in.
God damn. Well, I agree with that statement of like not, fucking stabbing people willy-nilly for no reason, but this was like a local that he was having trouble with, I believe, attacked them from what I understand. I don't know, Jason, were you there?
That was my understanding, was he was trying to leave the house or come into the house, and the local was being, and I've had them attack me as well, trying to come into the house before.
I mean, that's understandable. If somebody tries to jump you, it's okay,
he tries to jump, but like from what I remember in the picture, the local seemed to be running away, and Melissa watched them. It doesn't matter at the end. Like, as long as the message is cut across that, like, we don't want.
I'm so confused.
Like an unnecessary attention about Park. That's all I care about.
Oh, 100%. And I get that, like, the attitude that he had might have made it seem like we aren't on the same page, but we're very much on the same page.
Yeah, that's good. That's all I wanted to come across with to Santana, but like he just puffed his chest at me. I was like, okay, all right, I guess if you want to deal with it that way. I just drove off. I was like, I didn't want to deal with it, kind of thing.
Yeah, I got you. All right. Well, I just wanted to confirm this. I thought for a second on the phone you were saying that he was the one robbing the local for 30 minutes, and I don't know if that. I was like, did that get confused with the cow mouse situation and everything? I don't know.
Yeah, no one in this house is running around. Be careful,
Oh, trust me, we know that guy, that their whole company. When we were the union, they literally were just fucking harassing us for like about a week and a half, and just I don't know, robbing us. It was a shit show.
Yeah.
So here's one thing then, right, guys? We collectively, as a neighborhood, as the security of Mirror Park, can get Camo out of this neighborhood. What do you say?
I mean,
get what?
That'd be great. I mean, that'd be great.
Yeah, you want to do it? I mean,
how will we go about it?
Yeah, that's the thing. How do we go about it?
We need to plant a PD gun on them.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
If you can find one, I mean, I'm all for it.
I'm sorry, our group doesn't have one of those. We don't do that shit.
No, but I think we can just be annoying to them. I mean, you got condoms, you got trash, you got things. Just throw at their neighborhood, at their house. Easy.
Just grab 100 masks from the clothing store.
I mean, how much? I mean, all we have to do is a drive-by. That's it. We can just carry shit out of our car till their things are filled up, and that's it.
I don't think that's gonna dissuade them and be like, oh, we should get out of the neighborhood. They're throwing trash at our door.
To be honest, I think they're already doing that to us.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
really?
I wouldn't even blame it. I wouldn't even
right
blame
on
it.
the side of our building over here. There's
They would 100% do it. Like they're so dumb.
Huh.
And I wouldn't I wouldn't even think like they would probably stab the locals too, like, and just Like, oh, dead ass, locals have no rights. Like literally,
Oh
I was
my
like, I was
God.
talking. It seemed like I was talking to like a 3-year-old. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, there is
I've
no rhyme
talked
or reason
to
these people.
3-year-olds with better
How do you
vocabulary
annoy
than
a
he has.
3-year-old?
Yeah,
You take his
Dead
toys away.
ass.
that's true. Actually. All right.
Oh boy. Well, I'm glad we got this figured out. I'm sorry for maybe the way it was handled. I think in his view, not that it was right but that he felt like he was getting pressed on for no reason in his own driveway. But I'm gonna give you my word, we did not rob anybody, and we would never, especially out in front of our house. That's just fucking stupid. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, like I said, like I'm glad we sorted it out. That's all we wanted.
Yeah,
Perfect.
Yeah, that's pretty much all
Like
we
it's
wanted.
it's our neighborhood, and like we want to make sure the neighborhood is good, you know. So.
Of course, I'm in agreement. And I mean, if this keeps happening, I'm concerned living right next to these company motherfuckers. I was already confused,
All the
like
fucking
concerned
houses are
before,
living-
but now they're robbing people in front of our house too. I just don't know. I don't like it.
Yeah,
I
they
feel like
don't
we
have many
kind of do have to
considerations
do
for
something at this point now. If it continues, I don't know. Has it happened in the last few days?
I don't know. We can keep an eye on it.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Let's
that's
keep
my
each other
knowledge.
updated.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Also, be careful of the cops. They're like in the middle of us. So, and people can look out. And thing is, the cops have the duty to report always.
Yeah.
So, we gotta be a little careful in whatever we do.
I'll be honest. I would have cut a felony for stabbing Cal. I don't regret it.
Yeah, I mean, it was deserved. Very much
Anybody
The whole
gets
deserved.
a
city
felony
would have.
for.
Yeah. Why a felony? The whole city would have been. We would have thrown you a party.
Yeah.
There you go. Thank you for the expungement as well. Yeah. I mean, listen. Your friend, he's not here, so you know, it would be less of an effect. But still, tell him that there was none intention to get him feel threatened in any sort of way.
Yeah. I don't want.
We didn't want to come across as aggressive bunch of gangsters that just come and press people. We just want to have a conversation, and maybe in the future, if people have histories, people have a way of dealing with things, and if people come across a certain way, that doesn't necessarily mean they're trying to press somebody.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, we're all just neighbors
Bo,
here.
Here's my number, by the way. I'm JJ. So just
Okay,
save me if
oh,
you
yeah.
ever need anything. Just let me know as well.
Will do, man. Will do.
Perfect. Well, was a
Beautiful.
pleasure speaking as normal. Sherry, we should work together at some point, hang out. I'm sorry I've been out of town for a bit, but I'm gonna be back. So.
Yeah, when you
Sounds
have
good.
time for me.
I got time. I
Jeez.
got time. I got so much time. I would love to hang out.